welcome back. Oh, we got the logging truck back in the garage, melting off the snow, and we had a problem this week. Not a good one. I mean, we're trying to get the trailer up here because I want to see how much work I have to do to this thing. It seems like I've got a lot of work to do to it to be able to use it to haul firewood. But we're trying to pull it out, and we ripped the freaking crane off the back of the truck. So, because this thing, I guess there was a log underneath this side, and both the tires were flat on it. So it got stuck up there on the leaf spring, and I didn't realize that there was a log there. So we broke this piece off the freaking pole, and then we ripped all the bracketry. There's that piece in the middle. There it is. So this thing fucking sheared, broke the whole plate steel what was in there into pieces. So now gotta unbolt all this from the hub, do it all over again, get another big plate of steel. So now we gotta take all the deck off on the back here, because we broke through there. It broke the battery. Like, it did some damage. Like, I thought I broke the hub. Like, that's what I thought I fucked up, but ended up just ripping the plate out. So we gotta redo that. Well, we do the box at the same time. Broke the latch off the top of the freaking tongue. So we gotta get another one of those. But for the meantime, this is gonna dry out. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day, depending on how warm I can keep the shop. It's pretty cold out. I mean, not as cold as it was last night. And we're gonna get some new lighting for in here, redo everything, start organizing, cleaning up the shop soon. My car's having problems. What was sitting in here, burnt out another relay for the air compressor, because I made the mistake and left the air compressor on while the car was in here. So when it went through its cycles of running, because still leaks a little bit here and there, so it killed the battery, burnt out the freaking relay instead of popping the fuse this time. And now my taillights don't work when the headlights are on. But like if I have the marker lights on, my taillights work, my brake lights work. But when I put my headlights on, they don't work. They just stop working. I mean, turn signals still work, but freaking one headlight is out and the back's out. So I've got to go through the car because it overheated the one day in the shop. So all the antifreeze freaking boiled over the overflow jug and spilled into the car, steamed the car out. So I've got to go through some of the relays and everything and get that done. So the thing I thought was cool with this, that it had one of these rollbacks, what you could pull all the material out of the back of the truck. Well, it's only like 3 feet long. That's what's left of that. I guess that's why they wanted to get rid of it, besides it falling apart for the old 60s bed. But, I mean, I think the center of the floor is still good. I've got a tonneau cover, or a bed liner, what will fit in this. But I'm going to patch all, like, that hole over there, all the sides here. It's got the side panel here for this side, for the outside, so I can, well, retack that all back on. I've got one rim on it so far. I think I need an offset because it's a little close to in between here. I think it's going to rub when I load it up with firewood and shit. It'll be easier than using that to, you know, bring firewood around and shit. But we're going to let this sit for a while so it all melts off, because we had a little ice storm today. I was hoping to get this in the shop sooner. But the freaking fuel pump fell out of the freaking holder, so I had to take the tank off again and redo it. But I got that out of the shop finally for now, so we can start refixing the back of this, because it split the whole battery right around the freaking terminal here, which sucks because this battery is actually for the dozer. So now I'm gonna have to get a new battery for the dozer again. because I won't be able to get to the dozer until spring. Because I've got to go through the starter on it because I think the solenoid stopped working. I mean, it's one thing, if it's another. I'm still trying to adjust to the fact that my old man is gone now and I'm stuck here by myself trying to deal with all this shit. So, a little bit at a time, it's all I really can do. I know I haven't put much videos up. I've just been busy with tons of freaking paperwork and the lawyer and freaking everything else and freaking work. But we will get there. We will definitely start reorganizing my fucking shop because I gotta get that side fucking cleaned and move everything around so I can put the car over there on the pit so I can work on it because I literally have to redo the interior again. Well, not redo it. I just have to take everything out so I can get to all the wiring to see where the short is for that relay. Because I'm hoping it's the relay, but I don't know yet. I mean, it's just a ton of shit to do still. I've got a lot of stuff like that I go through in the house, move around. This is like the first night I've actually had the stove on in a while. So, shop's been like 20 degrees the last freaking week. Maybe a little bit colder depending on the nights when it goes down to 0. But we are getting there. Starting to move shit around, organize. I mean, I got tools everywhere. I did get a new, like, a big toolbox, bigger than that one. It's like 3 times the size of that. I just have to find a spot to put it in here. You know, and we got to set up, like, the rollers, because I've got another roller what's coming. And I got a metal brake. I think it's a 5-foot metal brake. So that will be good for bending sheet metal. Instead of having to use the old freaking cable and a freaking piece of angle iron. And a hammer. But hopefully soon we can get this box fixed or just take this box off depending on how bad it actually is. I mean, the steel seems like it's still pretty good. Probably just patch it. I mean, I did back into it and push this whole corner freaking that way and bowed it out. But I don't think it's going to be a big deal. It just all depends on how well the inside of this is after it defrosts and I can scrape all this shit out of it. It's like 5-6 years of leaf litter and freaking everything else from the last couple of years that since I've gotten it and had it sitting down in the field in the corner because I didn't know what to do with it at the time. Now I have this and we got to do a lot of logging this year. Getting firewood and milling lumber because I might be getting a sawmill or I might not be. I guess that kind of depends on the kid right now. Of course, it depends on the price he wants for it. If he wants $3 grand, well, then I'm just kind of out. I'm not looking to spend that much. But hopefully tomorrow this will be all defrosted and melted away. My floor is going to be soaked, but fuck it. Of course, I got to remember if I use freaking star or Phillip bits for all the screws that are in here. Hopefully I can get it all apart. I mean, I think I only have to take out the center boards. I think I'll just cut everything here like straight across and just pull it out. And redo everything with new planking. I mean, old planking, but new-ish. I mean, I'd like to use a whole bunch of this shit, but, you know, that shit's expensive these days. I also just reuse the recycled wood what I got out of the old house when I tore down, because that's what all these boards came from anyways. You know, I got a whole bunch of those left. And we did have some fun tonight. We took the Mercury out, blew some donuts and shit in the yard. I blew the tire off the freaking rim. So now it's stuck on the side of the yard. So I grabbed the jack, what I'm using for in here right now, because I still have to do that tire, and I've got to move this thing over so I can get the other rim on it, just so it will roll better, because it don't roll on flatties when they're all beat to fucking shit. But hopefully next video, we'll be getting on this and that. Give or take which one. Oh, I mean, we're going to clean this out while we freaking clean that off too and get that torn apart so we can get the freaking crane back on. And then we can fix some of the stuff on the crane. Make like the supports for the top winch so it actually can pick the arm up instead of just bending the frick over. And then we're going to cut it here above the bend. And then we'll take this off, move it. Probably cut this one here, I think. Or here, I think we might cut it here. And then we'll sleeve the thing with, do I have a pipe in here? I thought I had a pipe in here, like that freaking size piping. I thought I did. I must have used it already. Because we'll double sleeve it, because this is why it was bending, is that the sleeve I put in only goes to here, and it bent right there. What was a drag, because this is pretty thick tubing, and we got a hole, because I can feel like the second pipe like right there, so that's where it ended. Because I couldn't get it past this point, like I tried sleeving the whole thing, but because this is a steering knuckle off an old quad, and it still had the pin in it for the knuckle for the spindle. So that was inside of it. I forgot about that when I was doing something else with this pipe at the time. I just grabbed it and was like, oh yeah, we'll use this as the freaking crane thing. I thought it was going to be strong enough, but I guess I was wrong. Not for the big giant freaking logs I was picking up. But it is what it is. We'll just make it better this time. Make it stronger. And I think we'll put the, I think I still have, yeah. I still have some, got the old bags from the car when I was doing the mock-up for the air ride system for the car. So we'll make brackets for the back of the truck for air ride, for weight support for the truck. So when we get a load on it, the thing doesn't sag all the way down. We can lift the back of it so, you know, the 33s don't fucking rub up against the wood like it's been doing. So, I mean, most of the snow up front here freaking melted off so far. It was fun to scrape the windshield off this afternoon. It was frozen solid. I wish I still had freaking driver's side and passenger windows, because my seat gets wet all the time. Especially when it snows. Yeah, we might find a way to freaking cover them, but everything comes in through the top of the door, because I hit the door with a tree when the door was open and freaking screwed up the whole framing for the top of the door, and then the whole bottom of the door is all rotted out on it. And it freaking a 90s Dodge. Kind of happens up here in the northern belt region. You know, we got a lot of salt. And salty trucks don't last very long when they're on the road. When they're off the road, they'll last quite a while, as long as you don't beat the living fucking piss out of them. But hey, some of us just beat the shit out of our trucks. We use them. Use them well. Till we put them in the ground. But we did get some extra parts at the beginning of this week. We got another motor. I got another bed with 70s, 78 F250 or F150 box. What's an 8-foot for the F350 truck, what I have out back. Turn my fan up a little bit. Turn the blower on a little higher. So we got a, let's see, 351M wide block for the 350 out back. The motor turns over on the crank, so the motor is free. Hopefully it will stay free all winter outside. That's where I had to put it, because I didn't have room to stick it in this freaking area and work on it yet. And we ended up dropping it off the fucking trailer because the chain let go and it hit the trailer and then hit the ground, and I broke the 4-speed. Hopefully it's just the ball on top of the shifter. Don't know yet until I get it all apart. I do have another 4-speed. We can take apart. That one is full of water right now and frozen. Hopefully it doesn't split the case on that one. It shouldn't. It didn't last year, because I just noticed this year that it was doing that, because I didn't have it covered. And we got the 4-wheel drive case with it too, so I've got 2 cases, 2 4-speeds now. Well, actually, I have 3 4-speeds, because I have one in the truck in the island that has a 4-speed, but it doesn't have the good 4-wheel drive case. Now I have that extra one. I can put in that or something else, or I'll just double the cases on that truck and make it like an ultimate fucking like crawler truck and shit for the woods. Something to have fun with the V8 instead of the straight 6 what's in it, because I think we're going to use the straight 6 for the other project what we're going to be building this spring into the summer. Hopefully that doesn't take me that long. Of course, that still depends on parts and stuff. Alright, so let's see what this looks like underneath, because I haven't even looked underneath it since I've gotten this thing. So far, looking pretty good. I know this outside panel isn't that bad on this side. I got the corner here to do, and then like attach it over going up. But like, underneath, this thing still looks like it's brand new. Like, looks good and solid. Frame's in decent freaking condition. Got some good heavy-duty leaf springs with helper springs. That'll be nice. Got the bump stops for the top of the springs, and the rubber mounts are still on them. This side, we're definitely going to have to fill that hole in and connect the panel. So it isn't bad, but like, this thing looks pretty good and solid underneath. I can't complain. Better than I was expecting, considering like how much shit's in the bed. Let's see what this side looks like underneath. Some of the water. Yeah, even back here looks pretty good. Like, that corner looks good. See this corner? Not that bad. A little work, but it's decent. I mean, I think we can save this. I'll do a little extra support on the inside. Well, underneath this looks good. The tailgate's not that good condition. I'll have to do some patching on that. But I think literally just we're going to have to freaking just connect everything up over on the sides and shit. A couple panels here and there, and I think we'll be golden. I don't even think we'll need to put the bed liner in it. So that's what I was thinking of. That's why I got the bed liner with the other truck bed. I think we'll just freaking not even use it probably. I think we'll just patch everything up with the pieces of scrap metal I have and go from there. I think that'll be great. So I definitely can probably fit 1.5 cords in here, maybe 2 cords, give or take. So until when this all defrosts, I'll see you guys next time.